We're going to jump right into a term that many of you may not have heard of, sadsturbation. The question is, could a little self-pleasure actually make you less depressed? The term sadsturbation is actually defined in Urban Dictionary as masturbating while sad. The question is, and I don't want to make
sad for long, though.
We're gonna have some fun with this, but I think it's an appropriate question to ask: is could you use self-pleasure as a way to, I don't want to say treat depression, but get out of a funk? You're feeling gloomy or melancholy, because it's really hard to feel bad when you
having the big O.
Yes.
That's right. Well, you're releasing dopamine. Your body's releasing endorphins, so it relieves pain. It's releasing oxytocin, so you feel peaceful.
You're stimulating that pleasure center, so how can it not put you in a better mood?
Right. And it's a piece of it, you know. But can you have too much of a good thing? And the answer is yes. So for some people, of course, it can cause irritation. But if you have an untreated mood disorder, depression, and you're masturbating all day long, it's not going to cure depression, right?
So is this?
So let's be careful with that, everybody.
Right? That people who are actually, there's a large percentage of women on antidepressants who actually, because they're on these medications, can't really reach orgasm.
That's right.
So that's sort of a tension too, that a lot of these medications that we're using for depression actually interfere with the ability to reach climax.
That's right.
Well, I think it's important to talk about.
Finding out what
let's jump
works.
into alternative concepts here, because we know that regularly exercising, being active is a great way potentially to treat depression. And I would never imply that self-pleasure would be the tool to treat depression. But because we know lifestyle plays such a big role, you know, I do think it's important sometimes in a society where we just, first things first, we always go for a pill, which can have these untoward side effects.
Aside from people on pills, 75% of women can't reach orgasm through sexual intercourse alone. So to your point, there are actually some new tools on the market that are really actually kind of fascinating.
Okay.
This is a new one. This is called the womanizer, and this actually uses air pressure instead of vibration. And some of the studies on this are actually really interesting. They did this, the company did this on women who were menopausal, who were having a hard time reaching climax. And they found that 50% of these menopausal women reached orgasm within a minute with this.
Really?
And
that's some little gadget there.
The ladies in the audience all want one.
Well, no, and I
And you're all going home with Just kidding, just kidding.
Sonia,
I can take this home, we're all good, right? So,
if you're at a party and you want to make sure that you're popular, this may be an opening bid right there.
well, if you don't want to say, is that something in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me, this is a different one.
So this creates a little suction then.
It does. So the idea, no, actually this one creates a little bit of suction.
Okay.
So that's air.
This one is air.
Just
so
blows air out.
the idea is that old vibrators, they used to create a lot of desensitization because the pressure was so intense. And so this is a different tool. Like, as you mentioned, this one is suction-based. And it was actually developed by OB-GYNs, and it's meant to improve blood flow and improve lubrication, so another little tool. So women kind of have different options out there now.
Do you feel like we're past the shame part of self-pleasuring? Because I know that
Well, I hope so. We've talked about it on this show so much that if you don't get it by now, then, I mean...
So let's talk about this. These were devices to be used by a woman.
This?
Listen, I think a healthy relationship and a healthy sex life is absolutely a healthy part of happiness and wellness. My boyfriend's in the audience today. He can tell you that right now, right? Right, Chris? Hi, Chris.
Welcome. So people come in for counseling therapy, so sometimes you recommend this just to get things going.
Absolutely. You know, if you're having sex, first of all, we know in relationships, if you're having sex at least twice a week, you are more likely to have a happy and healthy relationship. Having a happy and healthy relationship, that prevents depression naturally. So yeah, could you prescribe this to be part of a holistic wellness plan? Yeah.